When I was younger, I loved to watch romance movies. They filled me with hope, I guess. But now I'm older, the boy meets girl, they look into each other's eyes and snap. She's pregnant, they're in love. I just can't do that anymore. Listen, I'm good looking, but am I love at first sight good looking? I don't think so. I'm love at third sight, fourth sight. But La La Land, the opening scene is brilliant. I love it because it challenged me. I don't usually watch musicals, and this opening scene, if you don't like it, then you're not going to like this movie. And I liked it. Shortly after, we get introduced to Mia and Sebastian. Sebastian is a jazz musician and Mia is an aspiring actor. I'm glad to say that their relationship and the way it progressed isn't a fairy tale-esque thing. It's pretty realistic. They first meet on a highway with a lovely greeting. Then Mia gets attracted to his piano playing at a restaurant while walking home from a party, and Seb responded in such a courteous way. I just want to say, the guy who jumped into the pool with his clothes, that's cool, but like, are you gonna continue partying with wet clothes? Yeah, right, go home. Then they meet again at a day party. Later that night, they walk together to find their car. Mia says, "It's pretty strange how we keep running into each other. I wonder why." This is where it starts. Romance is in the air. They do a little dance and sing. Sparks are flying. This is an example of not love at first sight. This is love at like third sight. If Ryan Gosling is love at third sight, then what the f am I? Next day, Seb goes to find her at work. They end up going to a cafe and have basically a date. Seb yaps about jazz. At the end, Seb invites her to go to see a movie. I mean, I can take you for research. Yeah, research. Then we quickly learn that Mia has a boyfriend. She has been seeing Seb and has basically planned another date with him, all while having a boyfriend. If this isn't some kind of emotional cheating, then what is? Imagine your girl or guy just is casually going to a movie with a stranger they have reoccurringly met the past few months. Is this not a problem? So she ends up ditching her boyfriend, or I guess ex-boyfriend at this point, and goes to see Seb. Hey, I guess the heart wants what the heart wants, even though this is technically cheating. Also, I find it very funny that she just stands in front of the movie projector and nobody in the crowd said anything. Yeah, that's a bunch of right there. They watch the movie, they hold hands, they even almost kiss. Keep in mind, like 20 minutes earlier, she technically had a boyfriend and she's already almost kissing this other guy. Yo, she moves fast. From here, we get a lovey-dovey montage of them doing whatever people in relationships do. Then Seb bumps into Keith, who wants to give him a job in his band, The Messengers. Seb doesn't want to join because he doesn't respect the music Keith plays, because he feels it's not authentic or whatever. He ends up joining because he overhears Mia talking to her mom about him, and she just says that he wants to open a jazz club, but he's a broke boy. Well, obviously, she says this in a much nicer way. They are pretty successful. Like, look at this, 900K on a YouTube interview. Also, I just want to point out, after a long day of twinkling his fingers, he just came back home and went straight to bed. He didn't even change his clothes. Like, this is psychotic behavior to me. Fast forward a little, Seb is touring, making good money. Mia is working on her one-woman show, but she doesn't like her boyfriend being away for so long with all this touring stuff. They fight. She's all like, is this going to be for the long haul? Do you really like what you're playing? Seb is making money. He's playing jazz. He may not be playing the jazz he loves, but what he's doing is still jazz. He joined this band because of Mia. But now she wants to backtrack and question his decision to join the band. I know you guys see the issue I'm seeing here. Mia ends up doing her one-woman show where 12 people showed up. Seb missed the show, he comes back, they have a big fight and they break up. Seb, I know you had that photo shoot thing, but you could have easily not gone, especially since Mia has been working on this thing for a long time. You messed up. This is a perfect movie that shows two people growing apart naturally. One of the hardest things to do in a relationship is grow together in a similar direction. You can try your best to keep things together and hope that eventually things are better and you realign, but sometimes you just gotta cut the rope and let people do what they gotta do. And here, Mia cuts the rope, which is the right decision. 5 years later, Mia is successful. She has a kid with a partner. Seb opened up his jazz club. At the very end, Mia ends up in his club, and then something weird happens. They showed this montage of, I guess, their lives reimagined, where Mia has a kid with Seb and they have this beautiful life. This was weird, because if this is Mia reimagining her whole life with Seb, what are you doing? You have a kid with this other dude. Move on. Maybe I am underestimating their love, but at the same time, I really hope the guy you have a kid with you love more than this other guy from 5 years ago. Now, some small nitpicking. They did such a great job at building up this relationship, but once they did, things moved really fast. There wasn't much detail. They get into one fight about Seb touring, and then the next fight they break up. So I would have liked a little bit more scenes of them bickering about this situation. But other than that, this is a great movie. The musical aspect mixed in with the great comedy parts and the wackiness mixed in with colorfulness of everything mixed in with the romance creates a very fun, great movie. 8 out of 10.